Live from Hazard, Kentucky, this is Jammin John's Wrestling News. Here's your news for Monday, November 19th, 2018. Dave Meltzer of F4WOnline.com addressed Enzo Amore's appearance in the crowd at last night's Survivor Series event. Here is what Meltzer said, courtesy of RingsideNews.com. So what happened was one of the security guards punched him, and that turned Enzo babyface, and they got him out of there, but some people think it was a work. As best I can tell, it was not a work. The people backstage were not happy about this at all, and it did, in fact, kill the next match. Also, several fans have noted that flyers for Enzo's concert tonight at the Whiskey A Go Go were left on their cars in the parking lots outside the Staples Center. In a backstage interview with WWE, Nia Jax reacted to the heavy boos she got at Survivor Series last night by stating, "I'm a professional, Kayla. Are you kidding me?" With Nia playing up to the negative reaction during the pay-per-view, WWE is using the Becky Lynch incident as a way to garner more heel heat for Nia. As previously noted, Nia has been advertised to be Ronda Rousey's opponent at the WWE TLC pay-per-view. As seen last night at Survivor Series, Charlotte Flair brutally attacked Ronda Rousey after their match at Survivor Series ended when Charlotte was disqualified. Despite the heel attack, the crowd was firmly behind Charlotte and Ronda was heavily booed. Here were some of the reactions to the post-match angle on Twitter. Charlotte Flair tweeted on Twitter, "Boo the woo, screw you." Adam Pacitti tweeted, "WWE accidentally turned Becky babyface and they've just done the exact same with Charlotte. Terrific." Mark Raymanotti tweeted, "WWE just booked Rousey to get destroyed to make her a sympathetic babyface, and the LA crowd ended up booing her and cheering for Charlotte and Becky Lynch." And NoDQ.com tweeted, "Charlotte destroys Ronda and the crowd erupts in a thank you Charlotte chant." The following names were reportedly backstage at the WWE Survivor Series pay-per-view last night: UFC Hall of Famer Tito Ortiz, Ric Flair, Rikishi, Sean X-Pac Waltman, Mark Henry, Candice Michelle, Darren Young, and Lillian Garcia. Also, Dean Ambrose was backstage but did not appear on the show, and Becky Lynch was backstage with her and Alexa Bliss reportedly having concussion tests done. ChicagoTribune.com has announced that Chicago will be hosting the 2019 edition of WWE Survivor Series. Here are the quotes from John Sabor, the WWE Executive Vice President of Special Events. "WWE is so proud of our relationship with our fans in Chicago. Allstate Arena, going back to when it was known as Rosemont Horizon, has been such an important partner of WWE dating back to the 1980s. I think the entire WWE family and universe is looking forward with great anticipation to the move from Tuesdays to Friday nights. What an exciting springboard." John Sabor continued on by saying, "Chicago consistently has an electric atmosphere and audience. It's really something. Our superstars with great frequency mentioned that Allstate is one of their very favorite venues in the country to compete." Because SmackDown Live will be moving to Friday nights on Fox next year, Survivor Series weekend events will be held starting Friday, November 22nd through Monday, November 25th. According to eWrestling.com, a list of banned words from a WWE production sheet from Survivor Series last night was uncovered. Here are the words that announcers are reportedly told not to use: belt, feud, strap, kill, hate, stupid, hell, ass, violence, fake, revenge, number one contender, in the back, national television, DQ, spot, and girls. It appears that the leaked production sheet had accurate information since it listed various pay-per-view results that ended up being true. Someone found a literal dirt sheet. Sean Ross Sapp of Fightful.com is reporting that AJ Styles is currently negotiating a new contract with WWE. Styles is apparently looking for a reduced schedule, similar to what Randy Orton has with television appearances but limited live event dates. Styles reportedly pushed dropping the WWE title so he could spend more time with his family. Mike Johnson of PWInsiderElite.com commented on the news about Styles. Here's what Johnson said, courtesy of RingsideNews.com. "There's a lot of talk behind the scenes about the future of AJ Styles, former WWE champion coming out of the Survivor Series. Styles was not at the Survivor Series pay-per-view last night. We have not heard that he is scheduled for TV this week. He is scheduled to do an autograph signing, I think, on November 23rd at the Autorama Convention in Houston, Texas. So there was a story making the rounds backstage that Styles is in the midst of a contractual issue with WWE. I don't believe that to be 100% the case. The version of the story being passed around is that his deal is up at the end of the year. However, we've confirmed with several people that he's actually signed through April of 2019. Mike Johnson continued on by saying, so he's got about 5 or 6 months left on his deal. He is negotiating a new contract, we are told. It'll be interesting to see what sort of deal he gets from the company. As one person said to me, he can make more money working for WWE than he can anywhere else in the world right now, and he's in the top 1% of that company, so it's not something you're going to walk away from without really thinking about it. And finally, here on Jammin' John's Wrestling News, the WWE announced the following today: WWE Starrcade 2018 special to stream this Sunday on WWE's network. WWE Starrcade is back, and you can catch the action in a special 1-hour broadcast streaming this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time on the WWE Network. After an epic Survivor Series, see what unfolds at this special event where the Raw and SmackDown brands compete at US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio. WWE Starrcade is free for new subscribers. Start your 1-month free trial at WWEnetwork.com. That is your news for Monday, November 19th, 2018. I want to take a moment to send well wishes and good vibes out to the people of Chicago. A couple of hours ago, there was a shooting at the Mercy Hospital in Chicago. Multiple people are in critical condition, including an officer. I want to once again send good vibes and well wishes out to the city of Chicago. I got a lot of family that lives in Chicago and around the Chicago area, so I hope you guys are doing strong up there, and I am Chicago proud, so I hope you guys are okay. Check back here tomorrow for another Jammin' John's Wrestling News Flash Briefing on Amazon Alexa devices. Big shout out to everybody listening to this on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Stewie Family is the name. Follow me on Twitter at John Caldwell, JONCOLWELL. Follow me on Instagram, the Jammin' John. If you'd like to sponsor Jammin' John's Wrestling News or your wrestling promotion, wanting to get your next big event out through the awesome power of Amazon Alexa, you can email me, jzcaldwell@gmail.com. That's JZCOLWELL@gmail.com. Big shout out to Ryan Hurdle and Tony Nelson for subscribing to my Patreon. Happy Patreon's Day. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed to my Patreon over the last year. That JJWN has been an app for the Amazon Alexa devices. Thank you guys so much for all your donations. It has really been a lot to me. I remember 5 years ago I was told that I would never make it out of Eastern Kentucky because I had a Southern accent and I could not make it on a nationwide platform. Now 5 years later I'm on a nationwide platform, and it's pretty cool to make money doing what you love to do. So thank you guys so much for doing that, because I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for you. You can subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/jamminjohn. I have free packages on there ranging from free to $7. Not a whole lot of money. I would really appreciate it if you supported me a little bit financially. Once again, that's patreon.com/jamminjohn. This is Jammin' John saying thanks, goodbye, and I'll see you tomorrow.